Your J&V Restaurant Supply team with Captain Darian White, Cola Bad Bear with rebounds,
Miami.
Madison Jackson assists, and your shooter from downtown, Leah Beatty. J&V Restaurant Supply, savor the difference.
Hello, everyone. Colter Nuanez, Skyline Sports MT.com, coming to you through the ESPN MT studio at the Missoula Broadcasting Company. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for following along. Please, if you haven't already, go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Great way to follow all of our video and multimedia content at Skyline Sports and to keep on logging in, SkylineSportsMT.com. This is our players to watch for the first week of November. For the opponent of the Montana State Bobcats, MSU heads to Flagstaff, Arizona for the first time since 2017. Crazy to think just how long 2017 was. There's like 7 guys on the MSU Bobcat team that were on it in 2017, most of whom redshirted. Tyrell Thomas didn't redshirt that year, but he took a redshirt retrospectively. And most of the rest of those guys were super seniors a year ago, and it's just crazy how this eligibility and time has been extended. NAU, they had a turnover after the 2018 season when Jerome Sowers retired and Chris Ball took over. A lot of enthusiasm and hype around Chris Ball. He was a finalist at Montana State before Jeff Choate got that job, and then Ball took over at NAU, a guy that's coached around the West and had some success, a well-regarded guy, but he's had a little trouble getting it rolling at NAU. They are 3-5 so far this year. Injuries have certainly been a part of the struggle, but that's just sort of the story of college football. So here's some players to watch for the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks. RJ Martinez, the quarterback, he was the freshman of the year a year ago in the Big Sky Conference, led NAU to a 21-19 win over Arizona, which was one of the pivotal moments of the Chris Ball era so far. NAU was sort of an in vogue pick to maybe make some noise in the Big Sky this year, and that hasn't really played out. And part of it's because Kevin Daniels, their stud running back, who's the same class as Martinez, he's been out for most of the year. Martinez has been okay. He's throwing for 240 yards per game, completing 63% of his passes. He's thrown for 1,915 yards overall, 10 touchdowns and 8 picks, but just a rating of 117.6. So coming into this year in the Big Sky, sort of some debate on who the best returning quarterback was because there wasn't a ton of them. You had basically an 8-game sample size of Martinez at NAU. You had a 4-game sample size at Tommy Mellott at Montana State. And they had a whole bunch of transfers. Mellott was the preseason All-Big Sky guy. Some thought it should have been Martinez. Mellott's been a lot better than Martinez has been so far this year. The primary targets for RJ Martinez have sort of changed. Stacy Chukwueze is one of their guys who's supposed to be one of the top returning guys in the league. He's an All-Big Sky guy. He's only played in 4 games, and he's had very, very limited stats, just 15 catches for him. But Hendricks Johnston, who was really, really good as a freshman a year ago, he's their leading receiver in terms of overall catches. He's got 38 grabs for 393 yards, 2 touchdowns, which is tied for the team lead, about 50 yards per game. And he's a really athletic guy he's got good ball skills. He was the star of the game against Sam Houston in their win earlier this year when he had 8 catches for 101 yards. But they spread the ball around quite a bit. Jamal Glaspie has 37 catches for 435 yards. The yardage is a team high. And then Coleman Owen has 35 catches for 306 yards. So 3 guys with 35-plus catches. Then you got Drayson Hall, the running back, who has 31 more grabs. So nobody on NAU averaging more than 13 yards per catch. More of the all-around about 10 yards per catch. So not necessarily an explosive offense, trying to stretch you horizontally rather than vertically and trying to take care of the ball best they can. Drayson Hall is their leading running back with Kevin Daniels out. He has 319 yards on the ground, only averaging 3.7 yards per carry, just a single rushing touchdown. Martinez is the one leading the way in rushing scores.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Town Pump. Right down the road. Pump it up. Oh, yeah.
Defensively, a couple guys to watch. Morgan Vest is the one headliner they have on defense. He was a second-team All-League guy a year ago. Brett Vegan, Montana State's head coach, pointed out vest number 7 is what he wears defensively for the Lumberjacks as one of the best secondary guys in the league, and his numbers definitely reflect that. He has 66 total tackles, including 38 solos, tackle and a half for loss. He's also broken up 8 passes, so he's definitely the leader there defensively for Northern Arizona, both in terms of production and just on the field as a captain. Camden Hightower is another guy who's really active in the defensive secondary, a redshirt freshman from just down the way in Scottsdale. He's their second leading tackler with 46.5 tackles. And then Jahasi Wilson is their top tackling linebacker. He's a 6'1", 235-pound junior out of Brentwood, California. And he's got 46 tackles as well, including 4.5 for loss and 2 sacks. The Quiti brothers are probably their best pass rushers. They have 8 sacks combined. Cosmas and Aloy Quiti, they're each from Phoenix. Aloy has 5 sacks and 9 tackles for loss. Those are both team highs. And then Cosmas has 3 sacks and 7.5 tackles for loss. So NAU does have decent sack and tackles for loss numbers. 53 tackles behind the line of scrimmage, 18 sacks so far for the Lumberjacks. But their defense, particularly under a defensive head coach, has left something to be desired. They're giving up 28 points per game, and teams are rushing for about 180 yards per contest, about 424 yards of total offense. But it's been the offense that's really held NAU back, 20 points per game for the Lumberjacks. And it's been all about the run game. I mean, you can say that Martinez is having a sophomore slump, but they run so much RPO and so much play action that they need that big running back to be able to make the offense go. And with Kevin Daniels on the shelf for the foreseeable future, that's a tough one. But NAU, always a tough place to play. Montana State, this coaching staff, and none of the players have ever played there. So it's completely foreign territory for the Bobcats. So it should be a fun one. Our guy Tom Stuber will be down in Flagstaff covering the action. So look forward to his coverage from down there. And we'll have plenty of coverage for you leading up to these contests at SkylineSportsMT.com. So keep it tuned. Please subscribe to the Big Sky Breakdown podcast, the Skyline Sports YouTube channel, and keep on headed to SkylineSportsMT.com. Skyline Sports, every day, every season. Catch you next time.
Just a few minutes, small business owners can now sign up for Blackfoot Communication Services. Whether it's dependable voice options or internet services, sign up simply by visiting blackfootsmallbusiness.com. Click on the services you wish, select an installation time and date, and you're done. Small business services at the touch of your fingers. Connect to more with Blackfoot Communications and blackfootsmallbusiness.com.